Tapealert, hottest in the city, here with the brother D King, CEO of Brick House Studios. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
What's up?
I was monitoring your not monitoring, but going up and down your profile, and I see. Well, we're gonna get into that. Introduce yourself.
D King's the name. A lot of y'all know me from TV, hustle in Brooklyn, producing, Brick House Studios. I'm an entrepreneur, artist, producer, manager, DJ. I fill a lot of roles and voids, and still navigate to do my own thing.
Got it. Where you from?
Originally, still, Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bed-Stuy.
Oh, Bed-Stuy. Okay. Tell us a little bit about. Tell us about what was it like, growing up with you, and what introduced you to the art of just everything you're doing.
I was raised in a musical family, so coming in, like as soon as I was born, I was born into music. Like my father's musician, was in church. You hear the typical story like, oh, my father did this. You know what I'm saying? But it was a fact. His mother was a musician. His father's father was a musician, and I'm named after my great grandfather, who was a musician.
Okay. Pardon yourself. So, in church they played the organ, or
Organ and piano,
okay.
music ministry. So they actually they were directing the choirs and putting the music together for the churches, rehearsals. That's like my father, his father. That's my grandmother has been.
Okay.
So yeah. So the gift to me is just not. It's not even really. It is a gift, but it's in my DNA.
Okay. Is there one church in specific, or
Yeah, Beulah Church,
okay?
St. John's in Troy, Crown Heights, 1250 St. John's.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
My church, Pastor Fine is the pastor right now, and it's my guy.
It's crazy how a lot of the greats are introduced to music through church, man.
Yeah.
And the house of worship, which is interesting. Whitney Houston, of course.
Facts.
Through her family, her parents, and her cousins.
Right.
With your story, though, tell us, other than the musical influence, what gravitated you towards wanting to be in music? Other than the influence of your dad, did you,
Yeah.
for example, did you touch the piano and you manifested the art automatically?
Well, being that I saw my father, of course, like I'm saying, playing in church, I also saw another guy named Kevin Brathwaite. He was a drummer, and the drums just intrigued me. Like it didn't matter what it was. Like the rhythm of it, the way that the hand movement, it was just you were the person driving the song. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the drummer to me, when he got his solo, was just like so incredible with me because it was just different things that I heard. I wasn't introduced to rap. I'm like 3 years old, playing beside my father. I'm like 3 years old playing the drums next to my pops. He's got the choir going. So that really kind of like sparked my interest in production. But I never got my hands on production until I could really grab my mother's computer. You know what I'm saying? I was like 14, and I'm still like working on taking the computer, and it was like a program where it wasn't like how it was now. It was just kind of like everything ran down. You had to kind of like put dots in to make songs. So I was doing crazy shit like on a laptop that was like,
Let me.
it was like bananas.
It's funny. I always run this story by my man Fetty. Back, we used to like not just collect records, but we had a hard time understanding how to change the needle on the turntable technique. So he would have
Copy.
the techniques in a Gemini. And it was to a point where it was messed up. So for us to scratch,
Right.
we had to spin it and lift it and scratch it from the top of the wax. And
Figured it out.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
Yeah, and we talk about that story all the time.
Right.
Or even when, we would want to get a soundtrack. We had the two TVs. And remember, they had the three colorful jacks in front. He would
Right.
pull
Yellow,
the TV,
red, white.
Or he would pull the TV close, reconnect the wire, had the VCR.
Yeah.
and he would press play and it will record and you'll get a little sound.
Right.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, man? And this was like 1997, 96. We were doing
Wow.
this.
Yeah. 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 That's about the right same time I was about doing it too.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying?
there's a way, man. There's a way. What's that saying? If
Yeah.
there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah, man. The name of the program was called Mod Plug Tracker, by the way.
My plug tracker.
Yeah. And it was just like my boy just introduced it to me. And then after I got that, it was like you couldn't take me away from a computer to make beats. Like it's like that, like what I do, that what I'm here to do is that's what I'm called to do. Like music, production, everything that's in my ear. It's just in me.
How were you able to become the CEO of Brick House Studios? Was it something? Was it an idea that you started from scratch, or you have a team, or
It was from
it
scratch.
was from scratch?
Yeah, it started, evolved. First it was like my sister's closet. Turned that into a little studio on my mom's laptop. Had a little microphone. And then I always was into like, yo, I want to get into the industry. Didn't really know how to break in, but I went to school, high school, and I met this dude named Josh. Shout out to Josh Days. A lot of people don't know this story, but he actually introduced me into like the buildings of like coming into like the industry. Because he
Okay.
was in school, I was in school with him, he would come with product. You know what I'm saying? You remember the product, Jeezy had product, Joel Santana had dog tags, they had poster boards. He was doing that, he was coming to school, he had product, giving it out every day. And it was like, I was like, yo, this is dope. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, what do you do? He's like, yo, da da da. So that's how I was like able to get into the game. And then just moving through that, I was interning, I was in studios. I built the studio in my bedroom then. So then I was recording everybody in the hood. My pops got me some equipment. And then I was like, he was like, yo, I was like, yo, I want to do this. Got kicked out of school, couldn't really find my way. It was kind of like a rough kind of like teenage for me. Just adapting from being, so like under the iron fist of your
Right.
family,
Right. Right.
going into high school trying to find out who you are. It was like it was like me looking like, yo, what do I want to be? Where do I want to go in life? Like, and not knowing where I would land, but just having a clear understanding of like what I want my destiny to be. You know what I'm saying? And then when I started like really understanding who I was and my talents, you know what I'm saying? Because I was, I went to engineering school. My name just started buzzing like, yo, this kid, dope. Come to the studio, I got in the studio, was recording with French Montana, like just my short time there, because I was like locked into my gift. You feel me? Like I was like doing shit that I didn't know I was doing at the time, and then I would go around people that I thought I couldn't work with, and they're like, yo, you fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? So not knowing how dope I was because I always been dope. I just didn't believe in my shit. You know what I'm saying? That was the threshold for me. Like, yo,
Okay.
you got talent, but so I was like, yo, my fiance at the time, I got some bread. I went on tour with Mase. I did a whole bunch of stuff, and then I built the studio. I took the studio from my crib and just did it, and then I ended up on TV. You know what I'm saying? I ended up working with all these different people, but it was just me going in my path that God set for me. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I got
Interesting.
Brick House, and Brick House fire. Like if you
Yeah,
ever,
yeah. I see you got A-list clients, man. Tory Lanez, Meek Mills. You worked with Bad Boy,
yeah,
in a scope.
Rock Nation,
Rock Nation as well.
Def Jam,
I mean,
Columbia.
I-
You know what I'm
did
saying?
you how everybody? You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
work with
saying?
a lot. Yeah,
Everybody.
I work with a lot of
I
people.
mean, the people you're supposed to work with. To be honest, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's people you're
yeah.
supposed to work with. I think, and even with your talent, man, in your ear, you was able to not just create a lane for yourself, but you was able to convince these people to believe in you. And
Right.
do you remember the moment? You
I knew I was like I
when
had
you
something.
yeah.
I
What was that
do.
moment? Tell us what that moment was.
I remember it was a moment when God bless the dead. Nipsey. I was working with Nipsey Hussle, and just the way that I had his vocals sitting at the time, he was just like, yo, like this is like I like working with you. Like we worked on a few records. Before the time, uh, the people that I'm working with, they now are like owners of like 300 Music Group. I was working in the studio, Electric Field Studios. Austin was the CEO. He got Post Malone. He got all these 24.
Right.
I was working with them at the time. I was working with them at the time, and you know, a lot of artists, A-list artists was coming through there. Like people that like right now, like Sam Hook, Neo the Matrix. I'm talking Nick Cannon, Corey Guns, Fred the Godson. You know what I'm saying? French Montana, Jadakiss. These type of niggas was coming through the door. So I was working with them and it was like my talent was being overlooked. I was tired of that shit. I got tired of like, you know what I'm saying? And then I got with a session, I was doing a session for Mase one day, who walked in with French, and they had me in the back room just shitting on me. Like not giving me the looks that I needed. I was like, I had to beg to get paid. I had to do all this. And I'm going through the phase of if I want to quit or not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm like,
The
I
point
don't
of
know.
discouragement.
Yeah, I don't know if this is for me because like it was at a point where I'm like, damn, I got so much talent. Why these niggas not fucking with me? Like, why I can't break through? So then when Mase came in, I did a session with him the first time. And he was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, who you work with? He's like, yo, you working with me now. And like ever since then, it's been, you know, we've been working. I've been working on his music. And when he told me that, I was like, oh shit, like this is like I got something.
As far as the song, any songs created for Mase?
Yeah, the most known is the Oracle. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, he did another record, but you know, yeah, that was that. We worked on like stuff with Ross.
Both Oracles, 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't do any production on that. I just recorded him, just doing my job at what I was supposed to do, engineer, and just helping him get out his thoughts. That's like the craziest thing to me to see something we do. And there's other records that we did like with Fab and you know, he did Nothing, the record he came back out with, Rick Ross. So we've done records.
Okay, interesting. You know, it's funny you said that they were in the back shitting on you,
Mm-hmm.
because I was gonna ask you, how how, of course, it's criticism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Criticism, and when we get criticized, you know, we think we're doing the greatest. You know, well, I don't want to say the greatest, but like no one could tell. Like you can't tell me I'm not the shit. But when
Right, right,
someone tells you, it's almost saying you got a ton of no's before you got one yes.
right, right.
What beyond that being your motivational push? What you said you wanted to quit?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just sit there and was like, yo, I'm done, man? Like,
Yeah, I was just like, I'm like, yo, I can't do it with these people.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be such a hard task for talent to speak for itself. If it got talent, it got to be something else. It got to be a little bit of hate. Got to be somebody before you. So it wasn't like I understood the process because I was there to work. So I was just like, yo, I just got to move on. And that's the thing about people. People realize like, you may have a gift. Things ain't working for you. You got to maneuver. You got to be able to, okay, everybody want to go up, right? Everybody want to go up in this game, but they ain't never touched the bottom or go under. It's like you got to really know the bottom of what you're doing so you can run your shit. So I started realizing like, yo, working with other people ain't it. Like I need to be the boss of my shit. That's why Brick House became what it was. I poured not just what I learned from being in the industry, but my experiences with my friends, how I do business with them, because that's something we don't never really address when we talking about like, yo, we want to get money, but nobody in your clique knows how to get the money, where the money need to go, how to separate it. It's chaos. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I didn't want to be that chaotic when it was my turn. I wanted to learn take the bags, pack the bags, DJ. I wanted to know who get paid, how the account work with publishing. It's like,
I
you know
think
what I'm
that
saying?
that's the most important part. You know, the talent is there.
Right.
Talent's gonna stay. It's not gonna go nowhere.
So that's how I realized I wasn't working with the right people, because it's like I wasn't getting the knowledge I needed. You know what I'm saying? The proper, like, so you could be like, nah, that nigga put me on. That shit gotta change. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
Shit gotta change.
right. Tell us, well, not tell us, but DJing for Capella Gray. Are you
I didn't DJ for Capella.
you didn't DJ for Capella?
Nah, I didn't. I DJ for for Mase, and I did Lil Kim sound engineering.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Capella's the homie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Definitely for him.
Okay. 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 I
Saying
stand corrected on that.
I could if he needed me to though. You know what I'm saying? We could figure that out.
Yeah, we can work something out, man. It's out there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
As far as hip hop is constantly evolving, man. You know, I like the new generation, like drill. I'm starting to hear, and when I say this, we New Yorkers, we about lyrics, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Lyricism is everything.
Fact,
The
fact.
beat, snares, the boom
You
bap.
know where it started at.
Yeah, of
Come on,
course.
you know where we going with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The current state, though, drill music, you're hearing so many mixed reviews from people who are holding these titles in political office that's saying the music, it's I'm not saying, but they're saying it's negative influence in,
Right. Of
you know what I mean, the up
course.
and coming generation. As far as the state of hip hop now, how do you feel the direction that it's going?
I think that hip hop is in a great state. You know what I'm saying it's in one of the best states it's ever been. There's more money being generated. The only thing that it is just no direction. It was no really direction from the older generation coming in because they didn't have no direction from their generation. It's always been like that. So as the generations go on and things become more accessible, Instagram, da, 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 the game is like, oh, now we see we don't need the gatekeepers, and that's what everybody's afraid of, the gatekeepers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Artists are putting out music, they streaming, they don't need a label, they don't need this. So the state of music is chaotic because it'll never be no organization because it's every man for themselves at this point.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? How do you tell a young kid who's 15 who's making more money than we saw a Method Man talking about how these rappers getting all this money? You know what I'm saying? Where they
Yeah.
coming at? And you can see like he don't even really know what's going on. You feel me? No disrespect. You could clearly tell. You know what I'm saying? So that's the disconnect between the older generations, and it's nothing against that. It's just that that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I love drill because, and I can say that because it brought something different to the game in New York and brought excitement
Right.
back.
Right.
We were like at a point where it was so boring because we saw Atlanta winning. Trap, okay, we didn't start drill, and on record, I don't really know where it started at. You know what I'm saying? But I know that hip hop is and music is not something that one culture should not claim ownership of.
Ownership of. Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right. Right.
Because that's what we do. We think that hip hop is supposed to be a black thing, and that's what it comes to because of this the world we live in. But basketball, so many nice dudes in the world, white, it don't matter what color, black, or it's just we gotta be able to have open minds when we listen to music. That's how I am now. I listen to everything. It don't matter if it's trash, because I want to be like, okay, I heard it. I might not listen to it again, but I'm like, okay, that's what they like. Cool. If money being made over there, let's figure that out. How can we make money over there? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to change nothing. It's like, okay, if I can help it,
Yeah.
that's what
Interesting.
I'm
Some good
saying.
jewels, man. Any artists out there you haven't had a chance to connect with? You
Yeah, a lot. So many. It's like I want to work with everybody, and I want to work with people who really understand their craft, because it's like I work with artists and it's just they artists because it's the thing to do. And they might have a little bit of talent, but that don't really do it. It's not nothing really different because yeah, you really sound, you're not trying to be creative, take it to the next level. So when I see people that's doing visual stuff that's visual and not to a certain point, I tap in. I'm like, okay, because you are what is gonna change because you're doing, you know what I'm saying, you're doing your own thing. So that's why when I work with people, and let me say this, I really don't work with everybody I want to work with because I hold my talents back because I feel like some people don't really get it. So if I get in a room with you, it's like because creatively I'm trying to think creative.
right.
So if you don't really like trust where I'm going with it, like it ain't really gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like Pharrell and how they do it, it's like you gotta come in and you want a record being produced, be the artist and let them produce the record so you could come out your element. I could give you something that you never thought you'd do. Trust the process. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I don't like about working with artists, because I'm not right all the time, but yo, let's try it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shit could,
Baptism
and
by
it
fire.
be
Just
coming
try it.
out because I got the mentorship from them dudes that do that, like Mase and Ross and Puff and saying. So it's like if they're doing that, and it's like you got to do that you got to do that in your sessions.
Right,
You
right,
know
right. You, how do you describe your sound though? You know, Mace, 95, Ross, 2000s.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? And you're
What
in the middle.
I'm in the middle because, like I said, like I came, my household was music, so I was listening to classics. I was listening to all types of music. Like I was listening, and when I was sampling stuff that I didn't know what I was sampling.
You were sampling, okay. We didn't
Yeah.
get to that part. Okay.
So I was sampling, killing. Like I ain't gonna lie, niggas know. Niggas know I get crazy on the beats when I was locked in at a time when my mind was set on that. I was killing. I'm still on it, but my sound is more like, I like to mix a lot of like old school with the good feeling of new school drums. I like stuff that move. I like melody. I like lyrics. I like lyrical delivery. I like cadence. So even when like you hear my new music and you hear what I'm about to drop, you'll be like, okay, this nigga seasoned, but why didn't it connect for him? Because people are like, yo, you can make everybody work. You can make everything, but why it don't connect for you? I know, because I haven't really did what I want to do. I've been just on 50%. You know what I'm saying? But if I go to 100%, it'll work. I got charisma, I got look, I know how to talk, I do business. Bitches like me. I get money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I am not fronting. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because niggas could be that for them. If you want to be everything, create your environment, my nigga. Like, get off your ass, get some money, get a plan, and put your shit in position like I want it. And then everything draws down the line. You grab people, you build a team, and you don't have to worry about how much money niggas is getting.
Nah, that
You
should be
create your, you know
lies.
what I'm saying?
That should be lies, yeah.
You create your own environment, bro. It's cool if you make 100 bands doing music. I'm cool.
Yeah.
See?
In addition to the music, tell us about film. You know what I mean? Acting, writing,
Right,
directing, visual.
right.
What's that? What's the strong point for you within that genre?
Well, honestly, I'm kind of good at everything. I'm like a jack of all trades. So, thanks to YouTube and thanks to just watching things, I can able to like piece things together. So like when I had to shoot my own videos, I had my boy like Solo. I had another guy I was working with. I don't work with him no more. He would film and I would edit it. So then I understood how the process of editing worked, and then it was just a gradual build of like putting your 10,000 hours in and really know like I got to be able to do this shit on my own. Like if I'm by myself, I got a tripod, I got something, I got to be able to do that. So that's why I was able to fit in the room every time. Because it's like, yo, we need D. Oh, because D know how to do that shit. Even if we got to pay one person that know how to engineer, DJ, road manage, track money, why
That
we
would
not
be
going to
you,
take him?
right?
But I wasn't getting paid what I was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wearing all these different hats. So I should be getting more money. I shouldn't be getting paid what I was getting regularly. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how you got to navigate the industry because you don't know how to talk to niggas. It'd be like, oh, I want to rock the boat, or nah, but niggas is using your talent, so they need you. So obviously you're worth something.
Right.
See?
So Deacon. So let me ask you, D. How do you know what you should be getting paid?
Well, depending on what your background is, if you went to school, because everybody's things is different, you gotta see, you gotta compare what other people are doing to what you're doing.
Okay.
That's how you know what you need to be getting paid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if and we gotta be real about that because everybody got ego, and everybody say I could do this, but when it come down to doing it, they can't do it. So then you get niggas with experience. Why? Because you don't want to waste time paying someone who don't got the experience when you can just jump that step. You learn that. It's like, shit, I'm not good at doing that. All right, cool. I gotta pay a nigga to do it. Cause he been through the experience of learning how to do that. Like I'm engineering, so I started understanding that. Like, yo, you gotta let niggas who do what they do, so you can do other things.
Okay.
Cause that's why you need to make a certain amount of money, so then you could delegate those activities. Yo, I get an assistant, I got a cameraman. He doing what he doing. He working. I don't have to worry about asking him what he gotta do. When I get to the whatever I need to get my content, is there. I could post. I could do this. I don't gotta worry about editing. That's off my mind. So when I work around these niggas who got millions and millions of dollars, and I'm in the room and I'm sitting down, I'm like, cool. All right, cool. Because when my turn come, I'ma really know
You
this is
already,
how it's supposed
yeah,
to run, and niggas
right.
around me gotta know that. Boom. So it's like, all right, cool. We at the next level. We don't got time for that. We already learned that. Like, y'all walking into a good ass situation. Do your job. That's it. So that when I started understanding that and my responsibilities became bigger because I was working with more money, when I had to pay for shit, that's when I realized it's real. Because when you fuck up a deal and that money's supposed to come through and you were handling that, you start to understand the transparency of how business runs. There's no excuses when it comes to certain things because they don't give a fuck. Niggas want their bread. They want to know when it's going to be on time. So it's a checklist of things where I'm like, oh, I want to be an artist, but I want to handle the business. Because that's where I can be an artist and I can kick my feet up. Like, it's fun for me, you saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I get it. And you only get that shit when you're around niggas that get that. And you have to get out your mind and be like, okay, where do I fit in with y'all system? Y'all don't need me to do that? All right, cool. I'm going to be there. But when a nigga get kicked out that spot, I know how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you work your way into the building because you try to go for that job. You don't know how to do that shit, nigga. No, do what you do. Then move on. We know you ain't gonna stay there. But niggas don't get that shit, bro. So they don't get no money. They be mad when you keep on moving. Like, why did shit be happening for you, bro? Because I understand. Like, I understand my position in every room. So that's how I'm able to, like, constantly be successful and get on TV and do shit like that. And I wasn't even looking to be on TV. It just came to me in an Instagram DM like, yo, you got this shit going, and that was me having my own shit, understanding that like where I needed to do what I needed to do.
Yeah. Tell us about that though. The show's Hustle.
That shit was trash. That shit was it was a debacle, and I hate that everybody keeps on wanting me to like close my mouth about it. They did niggas wrong. I mean, but what did you expect? You get on TV, they give you a situation. They did their job. Saying so, I can't be mad at them, but I would never do that again. I'm saying it was a good opportunity for me, but it wasn't. It's what I needed to do to go where I need to go.
Okay.
I'm saying, because when I get where I need to go, that story is going to make sense for everything that I ever wanted to do.
Okay.
So that's why like I would never do it again. But
That particular show.
that particular type of content.
Okay, I got
Because
it.
I'm bigger than a reality show. Like I could act, I could be in a role, I could do mad shit. So
Right.
it's like, why would I be desperate? And that's what you got to know where you sitting in life. Because then when that check come in front of your mind, and they want to sign you, you can't. If you desperate, you got to know that. So you can't be mad that you know what you did. You know what I'm saying? How you got on. You can't. Because your situation changed because you was desperate. You needed that deal. You got the deal. Now you mad because you in a fucking slave deal. But that deal saved your life. So now you just got to figure out ways to get out of it, move on, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Because $100,000 changed nigga life. You know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, it's not a lot of money, but let the right nigga let the right nigga you know around you get 100.
Yeah.
That
Turn
shit.
that shit to a M in 2 days.
Hove, Jay, you know what I'm saying? See what he doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I wanna go. Like I know I get in the room around them niggas and they know they like, yo, he gotta be here. This nigga understand, he get it, he understand music, he a young nigga. He need to be here because he could translate it to not just the block but to us. And make you see the bottom line, like can we make money? Does it make sense? I'm that nigga.
Right.
And I know that.
Have you been offered any roles acting as of recent?
I have. Shout outs to Benny Boom.
Okay.
You know, he's always throwing, casting calls my way. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing some acting. Definitely agents. Definitely on me right now. So
Anything filmed concrete right now?
yeah, but I can't really talk about
Understand.
those things.
I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying? But I am filming something right now, and I am definitely it's gonna be out. I'm not sure where it's gonna be, but we definitely filming and definitely gotta get like my man workout. You know?
My boy, he don't stop, man.
I know.
He don't stop, bro.
But you see his mind, but that's what you see, like, and that's the same thing about music. Niggas want to get on, they don't go to the studio to work out.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody like Lil Baby who started off as nothing, and now he's the biggest artist, you can just see like the consistency. Even Jim Jones, you feel me? These kind of rappers,
Yeah.
Kodak Black, I love his music. I understand his style is all over the place, but you gotta work. You gotta work your shit, or you're not
Yeah.
gonna see no results.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at another. He'll tell you like, yo, you come to the gym with me? You probably like, nah, but he going
But he gone.
because his mind is set on like.
Before it even opens, he gonna be there.
I respect that though.
What's next, man? What's next? What can the people look forward to from D King?
So definitely next, I'll be working on some more TV stuff or film stuff. I'll be releasing music again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna step back in there, just have some fun. I got some situations people want me to do stuff, and they're like, "Yo, we just do it. Just we got you." You know what I'm saying? So
The people the people the way it sounds. Who you working on, man? Can you tell us any projects? Any
man, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to say it, but I just like when y'all see these interviews, y'all gonna know that I've been working, and then I'll be able to say that was what I was talking about.
Okay.
You feel me? Because I got bombs in the stash, and just God, you know what I'm saying? Just the way things are supposed to go, it'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? I from working with like the old school niggas to working with the new school niggas to like working with Fivio to working with Swipey, the whole, whole to connect. Chi Chi, got JD, these young dudes, and you know what I'm saying, and D Sav. These are all dudes who they're making moves. You just gotta like with the artists that I'm working with, it's just like figuring it out for them. At the same time, doing what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
So, like seeing the talent, because like with Fivio, when he first came and Mase was telling me about he had JD and they was signed, I wasn't really into the drill music, but I'm gonna say this on camera, because a lot of artists have come to me before and I didn't get it. Like Chef G was hitting me up, trying to get in the studio with me. Didn't understand at the time, but then when I understood like music is evolving, you got to change with that. And I feel like the old guys that I look up to, feel like sometimes they feel bitter about that shit, and that's what they got to deal with. It ain't whatever, but that's not how I'm gonna handle things. I'm gonna be able to, because when I get older, of course we all hopefully get older, we want to be able to have the connect with the younger. Like he wasn't one of them niggas that, because they're only getting better. So why won't you want to tap in? Don't be mad, nigga. We had that era. That shit was great. It's some niggas that's gonna come in. You got the whole Flex Conway shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, we was talking about that.
And then we kind of like never addressed the fact that New York City.
About that situation,
I feel like just from the outside looking in, Flex got his agenda. You feel me, of how he feels about certain people, because like you know what I'm saying, it's a whole culture of people who rock with each other. It's a secret society. You know what I'm saying? So in those rooms, other niggas don't fuck with certain niggas. And I feel like just looking at it, it's like, Flex is definitely a staple in New York City who we look to. And we just, we expect him to do more, but the man is only a man. And he got to take care of his family at the end of the day. And he fuck with who he fuck with. So that's what these niggas be standing on. We don't know the behind the scenes of
why he...
why he felt like that and he had to come out and say that shit. Like, we don't know that.
And, no, I got see what you was gonna say.
So we don't know that. So it's like when I look at things, I'm like, damn, I hope we could get it together, because Flex knows his influence of what that would do to that music. You feel me? If he actually really tapped in, not saying he's not, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not being politically correct, because I don't listen to the radio no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I don't. Because I'm on my handheld device and I'm looking at what's going on. I'm on Pandora, I'm on so-and-so spot. I'm like not listening to the radio, but radio is definitely key. Because when you're on the radio, you're able to be in other rooms and chart, stream, billboards, you get the credits. That's why the radio is still the most, it's making the money, advertising. So with that whole situation, I'd be like, damn, Flex, like, I'm glad he reached out, say, let's make something happen. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm giving you whatever, the beats or whatever. I like that. Because that just showed, like, I can either be funny and see what's going on. He could really be like, yeah, let's do it. So what we see come from this is what I'm interested to see, like, for music. Cause I know spitters out there. I know mad niggas on the block that spit, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want to hear niggas, and it's like when I work with artists like, and I see artists like Tory Lanez, and I'm actually doing it sound for them, and I'm in the back, and I'm seeing like the creative delivery of understanding marketing, and it's just niggas that want to do music, they got to get their shit together, because this game ain't nothing to fuck with. If you think that you gonna get some money, and no, nigga, you gonna lose, because you're not planning ahead. It's niggas out here with big budgets, big bags that can't make it in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that got a lot of money and they dump it in the niggas and they flop. And then it's a nigga on the block getting taken advantage of because he got the talent and he don't got the big. So a nigga see that, gonna invest in, they gonna rape niggas. That's been going on. It's gonna happen every time, because that's just our culture we in. We don't take care of business. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else come in, they see it, they make money off of us. And that's why Nip was so dynamic in what he was doing, bro. It's like, we gotta kind of sometimes take ourselves out of looking what the culture is like, okay, like how do we look? Like every other fly is bitches on in the club, and it's like, okay, I get that, but it's a lane for that. But then I don't know if you realize you get sucked into a whole wormhole if you go on Instagram, you start looking at shit. You don't know who's really popping, because you don't even see their pages.
Right.
You don't really know what the fuck is going on out here.
Right.
So it's like, to really be in this shit, you gotta really, when you get that opportunity, man, you gotta just pray to God that this is what's supposed to be for you, and try to like handle your business.
Yeah. I like the way you broke that down, man. And you know, I always follow this this quote: to be a great teacher, you got to be a greater listener. For you, what was the best piece of advice you've ever gotten in your life? From who, and why do you carry that?
My father.
Okay.
My father, and he's never been wrong, bro. He told me this one thing, and I never understood it, son. And he told me, he looked me in the eye, and he was like, consistency is the key to success. He told me that shit. And I didn't understand, but if you consistently are averaging some good numbers in the league, you gonna be make the Hall of Fame. You feel me? You consistently, when you come in, you see the young niggas that don't take their shit for granted. They know and then they go hard.
Right.
And then niggas think they ain't gonna beat them niggas, and they become them niggas, but they prepared their mind to beat them niggas. They already, I'm saying, like, we don't understand our gifts. So what I'm saying is, like, you gotta stay consistent in everything you do, or you're not gonna see no type of results. Going back to the gym, going back to working out. So when I make beats, my mind is already muscle memory. I'm like, I'm doing shit that I'm like doing already, because I'm consistent on that. I'm not consistent on my shit though. That's why I haven't really gone well. So I had to really realize, like, yo, you're not consistent. You making all these other niggas consistent, but you ain't consistent on your own shit. So that's like my whole goal, is stay consistent try to stay consistent on everything.
Okay. Hey, D King, thank you, brother. I
My
appreciate it, man. Tapealert family, we appreciate it. Any motivational words you want to share for the youth, man, that's watching?
Yeah, man. Don't take life for granted, man. If you think that we got every day, we don't. You see, I want to be legendary. I know everybody watching this, you know, when I'm not even here no more, I know my work, what I've done for me is like what I've left. So I'm trying to be great every day. I'm trying to do what I want to do, live my life freely without no limitations. Stay away from the negativity, and just like tap into your gift, man, because I've seen it change people's lives, man. It's changed my life.
You heard it, man.
D King Online, Brickhouse Studios. Shout outs to Tapealert, shout outs to Solo, shout outs to my team. We got Bucks. Shout outs to M. Betha, shout outs to Rich Fish, Columbia Records. You know what I mean? Maybe shout out to BET, you know, we can figure it out. We get some money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because y'all know. Gets the money.
Tell the people where they can find you, man.
Find me, you know, Google me, check me out. It's no cap in me. I say I'm a real nigga because I could understand and what we have to do and how we got to get it. So I'm not that guy that's like caught in the clouds. Like, that shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm blessed, love to do what I do, and I'm here. contact me, like y'all hit me up, y'all say y'all want to get it, we did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. We understand what the mission, brothers. So I'm saying I appreciate y'all doing what y'all doing. I salute y'all because what y'all are doing is not just for y'all.
For
It's
us.
not us. It's the information. You know what I'm saying? It's documenting hip hop and real shit that's going on. And that's something that is always gonna live forever because when I do become where I'm supposed to go, I'm gonna fuck with y'all niggas. Because y'all fuck with me when I'm, on the come up. And that's how we gotta move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything will start like building on each other. You ain't gotta really worry about the longevity. You call me like I need something. Like, yeah, let's figure it out. So salute y'all, man.
You heard it from himself, man. Tapealert, D King. Thank you.
Brick House, man.
Brick House.
Tapealert on the beat.